Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. And you say, well, that's not where you're at. Yes, we used to be in the village, no longer in the village. Moved east about 35 minutes east southeast of where I used to live, still in southeastern Nebraska. Now we live out on a 10-acre farm. It used to be a big farm back in the day. Then it was a hobby farm for a while, and now we're here and we're farm. We have chickens, so I guess we're still a farm. So a quick little tour around the property. I'm going to flip you guys around. This is the driveway being their property. See the old house there. She's a good old house built in 1884. Been updated on everything inside internally, but that's her. And this is our driveway. Kind of leans up here. Pan over to the right here. This is one of our numerous outbuildings. This is a barn with a loft upstairs. It was really more of a barn type corn crib. It does have used to have augers on both sides down here and here that fill corn up in these side things, and then they auger the corn out through the ends here. So basically I call it my barn. It's got my wood shop and things in it. It's got a couple different rooms. Again, it's got a loft up there. Not really used much in the loft, just storage, and about 1 million barn swallows like it up there. So I'm going to come up through the property here. We're going to pan over to the right here a little bit. That's one of our other buildings. That is, as we call it, the cattle barn. They used to raise beef cattle out here, and that was the one they used for that. There's the dog flying by. And if you kind of look over here, if we get you up high enough, this over here is one of the pastures. There's 2 pastures out there comprising about 7 acres of the 10 acres of the property, roughly. They're fenced. Has a fence that divides the 2 of them. And I say 2 of them because as we pan back over there again to the cattle barn, look over to the left here, you will see the hog barn, as we call it. It's not been updated like the other barns with roof and everything. It's still got the old tin roof. They used to raise heritage pigs out here for pork. And they also have a Winston pasture past it. And I come back over a little bit. It's not one of the little buildings out here. This is a little corn crib building. Again, they fill it from the top at the end, and then they have augers and stuff down below and bring the corn out through the side. You can actually see the loft's been boarded up there at the top. This building needs a little bit of work to it. This one we probably won't use much. The old hog barn is pretty rough. The cattle barn we want to get back in shape. Needs to work some doors and stuff, and then possibly use that to lease the pasture in the barn for horses, whatever they need. Again, I'll put you back over here a little bit. There's the other pasture you can see running down there that's divided in the middle, and then each barn has their own. Come back around. This is the back side of the property. This is an old machine shed here, another one that hasn't really been updated or touched that much. Still got the old tin on it. It also has down here at the end, has a door and a workshop in there. It's a little rough, got a lot of crap in it. Back in the day, you can see it's got a chimney up there too, had a fireplace and stuff in it for heating. Now we're going to swing back right here. Another one of our buildings. This was a corn crib machine shop combination building. Side doors here. We'll come back around to the front here. It also has doors on the other side, sliding doors. We basically call it the parking barn because when the storms get bad and everything, we just park the cars in there so they don't get hit by hail or anything like that. We get rough weather here in the summertime. That's the front side of the barn, parking barn as we call it. Also has a loft up in there. As you see the door up there before, like I said, they would load the corn up through here, or the hay up to the loft, whichever they were doing. And now we're gonna come back around here to the left, and you'll see this is our chicken coop. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory. We currently have 29 chickens and 2 guinea fowl. Also has a second section in the back here. You can't see it from here or anything, but it also gonna later on we're gonna do meat chickens, a separate run in there. A separate section of a coop, and we're gonna make a run kind of like this one. And we're gonna take this, and this is gonna be probably triple the size of it later on, one of the projects. And most of our chickens are pretty young. I mean, they're only not even 4 months old, so we don't have any eggs yet, but we should have those within a couple months. And then we come back around here. There's another one of our outbuildings. This is a little barn dominium, a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Our son uses that. So that's another one of our buildings on the property. And we'll go back and split between here. Come back around here again. We'll show you, this is another angle on the old farmhouse there. And this thing over here, you probably see this thing sticking out here. This is an old artesian well. It just water comes up from the ground into it. We haven't done much with it, but it's pretty cool. So we come back around, let's say hi to the chickies real quick. Hi girls, hi chicks. Hi girls, how you doing? They're just looking for handouts. They're scroungy. All right, come back. This is kind of slash our backyard, I guess you could say, per se, back corner of the property. Gun range back over here. Past this tree line you see here, there's some property back here. You kind of see a back bare brush pile back there, back in the corner. And then we come back around here, behind the little barn dough here. The old garden out there. Still a lot of work to be done on that this year, not doing too much. And then if we pan back around here, this was our last building out on the property. This used to be a little outhouse. We just use it for storage. I mean, it doesn't have a tank or anything anymore. Just got the seats still in there, but not used. And that would be the backyard. Far tree line here. As you see, we pan around past the Martin house there. And that brings us around to the back of the old house. And we just kind of work our way back around as we head back up to the front where we started. And like I said, the channel's not going to change much. The name will change, you know, farm life versus village life. But most of our projects now will be very similar. Maybe a little more building, a little more construction. Later on, look at usual, you know, gardening and so forth. Back to the front yard here, where we started. Side of the house, there's the first barn we looked at, or as I call it, my barn. But yeah, with that being said, we're going to do a lot of the same stuff. Change a little bit of the content a little bit, but it's going to be very similar. We're going to have you do-it-yourself stuff and how to do things, how to fix things, how to build things. So we're going to try to get more content going here. We've been here for a couple months, trying to get everything settled in. So yeah, new property. Again, like I said, content, that's what we're going to work on. My project list keeps growing larger and larger. Eventually we're going to get back to you. We'll go do a little tour of the shop. I'll show you the shop, and then we'll start working on stuff, building some stuff, and getting some stuff done. So thanks for joining us, folks, and I'll look for new stuff pretty soon. And have a great day. Catch you on the next one.